everybody. We are here on the balcony overlooking Comic-Con with the good guys of Kingsman Secret Service, Colin Firth, Sophie, and Taryn. So tell us a little bit about who the good guys of Kingsman Secret Service are. We've seen the trailer, and it looks insane. I can't wait to see it. So let's start with you, Colin.
It's making use of some familiar genres and ending up as something which I think is very much its own creature.
Right.
It's referencing a little bit of Bond. It's referencing, you might see something of Men in Black in it. You might even see something of My Fair Lady in it.
Right. A little Harry Palmer thrown in there.
Yes,
too,
absolutely.
Michael Caine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's basically, it's a secret spy organization who masquerade as a Savile Row gentleman's tailors. And they help save the world, and I'm one of the veterans who recruits a young fellow off the street. I have personal reasons for looking after him, and so it's about basically the grooming and training of these two young recruits into this elite spy organization.
Well, tell us a little bit about your particular character. Were you basically familiar at all with your character? Was she familiar at all with the organization, or did you come in completely shocked by it?
No, I think all of the recruits there, apart from Eggsy, they've all had some kind of military background. They think they're heading for careers maybe along the lines of something similar, but this is an organisation that's so undercover and it's so below the radar that even this is a bit of a surprise for everyone.
In your character, you're kind of a hard-bitten young guy, right? You kind of got a bit of a street edge to you, right?
Yeah, he's kind of exactly as you say. He's from I suppose you'd call it the wrong side of the tracks, from a slightly tougher bit of London, a South London council estate, where you've got to walk the walk and talk the talk to sort of survive, really. And he's very much adapted to surviving in his world, albeit through breaking the rules every now and then. And it's one of those rules being broken that leads him to Harry, Colin's character. But there is a vested interest in there already because he knew my father. And all of a sudden he finds that he has to learn how to survive in a very different world. A world of espionage, of gentlemen spies, and beautifully tailored suits.
Now, I've seen the pub scene, the big fight where you realize he's not all that he seems to be. Can you guys talk about filming that particular sequence, because it's amazing and it's incredibly kinetic and everything you would expect from Matthew Vaughn. How difficult was it for you to kind of to do that scene? I mean, it looked like an incredible amount of choreography involved.
Yeah, Matthew wanted us all to train. He wanted a minimum of use of stuntmen, and so we all had a lot of work to do on that respect. In that respect, we. And I think we found it exhilarating, actually. It's painful.
It's wonderfully rewarding when you begin to master some of those moves. I mean, when I first got the part, I remember walking into the stunt where we used to do our stunt training and watching Colin rehearsing for that very, very scene, and watching him fine-tune it over time and drill it, and that's how you get the what I think will probably be one of the most memorable scenes in the film. It's a lot of hard work.
Well, by the time we came to shoot that particular scene as well, I'd already done a much bigger sequence, which was far more demanding than that. And so I never thought I'd find myself saying it, but actually the pub scene was pretty straightforward by the time I'd got to that, because this is a very long sequence which you won't see in the sizzle reel and the trailers and stuff, because they want to keep it for the film.
Right.
But no,
I've never seen you in a movie with that much action in terms of you running around doing that. And
oh, you didn't see Bridget Jones?
Well, there was the sizzle reel that didn't make it onto the.
No, it's right. Hugh Grant and I pulling each other's hair. That's what established me as a killing machine.
That's right.
It's a natural progression.
Yeah. Now, were you guys familiar at all with the graphic novel beforehand? Did you end up reading it after you signed on to the movie?
Well, I read it while I was auditioning because I wanted to make sure that there was no stone left unturned, as you will.
Right.
I was familiar with Mark Millar and Dave Gibbons and their previous work, but not actually the Secret Service. So I bought it actually after the first time I auditioned for Matthew. I bought it then because I thought I'd better do my homework.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a question from social media. How are your stunts in the film? Did you do them yourselves, Jose? I think you kind of already answered
I
that.
think we did. They're
Big yes.
great, and yes, we did.
Yeah.
Big yes.
Now, when you were, first got this, did you think of this as maybe a chance to kind of do a commentary on things like James Bond? Because I'm sure every actor of your generation has been up for that role at some point, or at least they asked you if you were even interested. Am I making a fair assumption
No, it's
there?
completely fair. And
Yeah.
In some ways, Matthew Vaughan's, there's always a streak of satire in what he does.
Oh, yeah.
This is not, because it doesn't take it, you're not expected to take it entirely seriously.
Right.
It means that you can stretch plausibility.
Right.
In a film that isn't rooted in absolute reality, it's no problem that the suits are bulletproof. You don't question it.
Right.
It's because this is heightened. But it's not a send-up of Bond. It's more of a love letter, really.
Yeah.
And so it's taking the stuff we all fell in love with and saying, let's have fun with those images.
I can't believe Bond never thought of having a bulletproof suit. That's actually really brilliant.
Such a rookie error, isn't it?
Yeah, right?
Utterly negligent.
Yeah, they like
What was
themselves
Q
a
doing?
Kevlar and Savile Row, right? So, in this film, though, you guys also have, this wonderful supporting cast. Just real quick, let's name them off. You got Michael Caine, right? You got Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
And
Mark
then,
Strong.
Yep.
Mark Strong, yeah. And the stars of tomorrow.
The stars of tomorrow. I think that's about all the time we have, but I really want to say thank you so much for carving some time out to come talk to us about Kingsman Secret Service. I can't wait to see the movie. I like I said, I saw the pub fight scene, and I'm like, I'm in.
You've
in
got
for the
a
whole
lot
thing.
to come.
So, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For more on
Thank
Kingsman
you.
Secret Service, keep it locked here on IGN.